Hello everybody and welcome back to New Super Mario Bros. DS. In the last episode we did pretty much everything there is to do here in this world, I think. The only thing we haven't done are some item houses and the secret exit for this level, which brings you to the cannon. But I don't really care about the cannon because I want to go through all the world anyway, in order if possible. Actually, probably in order. So we'll go do World 3 and then we'll go back to World 2 to unlock World 4. Is what my current plan is. That was almost very scary. I have another fire flower in the back. Fire flower? Yeah, fire flower. For some reason, fire flower sounded like it was a wrong way to say it, but it's just not. It's a weird word to say. Fire flower, fire flower, fire flower, fire flower. Say that like 5 times quick. Everything starts sounding weird when you say it 5 times quick. I'm very much aware of that. Just like give me a break here. I've been recording for an hour. And this is going to be the last episode I record today, because after this I'll have my entire schedule lined up again. It's really annoying when a series ends halfway through a week, because usually I record and upload in batches of a whole week. But Plants vs. Zombies had 1 episode left, 1 day left after it ended. The Saturday upload, just like, there was no more Plants vs. Zombies content to play, so I had to do that, but then I figured I'm not going to start up Super Mario Bros. For just 1 episode. So I'm going to record the entirety of next week's episodes on top of that as well, which is a total of 4, which then becomes a little bit more. And then add on top of that, for the past like half an episode, I've been fairly hungry as well. And you pretty much got a situation wherein I'm going to start to be a little bit weird. I'm not going to pick up the mini mushroom that's in there. I know there is a mini mushroom in there. And you actually need that mini mushroom to get that star coin. I'm not going to pick it up at the moment because, well, as I mentioned before, we're going to do World 3 first. And then when we finish World 3, we're going to go back here, pick up the mini mushroom and do World number 4. With World number 7, it might depend on if we actually have the capability of getting a mini mushroom at the time, because again, I don't think there's a mini mushroom in that specific level. There might be, I don't think there is. And this becomes so like ridiculously much easier with a fire flower than a mini mushroom. With mini mushroom, this fight is actually fairly difficult because you have to jump and you're very slow in your movement. And then you have to ground pound instead of just landing on him, which adds a different, adds a little bit more time to your attack as well. And you only have so much time to do your attack. And all things considered, it's just like a little bit of a pain. But right now we're on World number 3 and we get to save. And that means we're like almost halfway through the game in the first recording session. This is not going to be a very long series, but it at least like gives me some time to think about what I want to do for the next series. And I wanted to have a little bit of a shorter series. And I do think I have an idea as to what the next series is going to be, but that's also going to be based a little bit on how well this series does in views, I guess. Because if you guys enjoy this, I might do another Mario game after this. A 2D Mario game at that. Because I have never actually played New Super Mario Bros. 2. I've played the New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but I've never played New Super Mario Bros. 2 for Nintendo DS, the one with like 1 trillion coins in it, that one. And I've kind of wanted to play that. Is that for 3DS? That might be for 3DS actually. You can emulate those these days without much of a problem. Especially since it's not a very taxing game, I imagine. So maybe I'll play that. But I've also been thinking about something I mentioned. You're an instant kill. Something I mentioned before is I've also been thinking a little bit about doing a certain indie platformer, which I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet. But I kind of want to do that. But I'm really afraid that it's not that good. I remember playing a little bit of it and then not continuing to play it, which usually is not a good sign. But I also remember liking the gimmick and the concept of the game. So I'll probably just bulk record this a lot so that I'm even more in advance than I usually would be. And then just start recording that series. And if it ends up not being fun, I'll just not start uploading it. And I'll just throw away like the 5 episodes or so I recorded of it. And if it ends up being fun, it ends up being fun, and it's going to be a fun series, and it's not going to be a AAA title. I would like to do a little bit like more indie stuff, and obviously maybe by the time this video goes up, probably not yet. This might be the first time I'm actually talking about it in a video. I want to go back to doing spotlight videos, first impression videos, but with a little bit more editing in them. And when Showdown Scoreboard Season 1 ends, that's probably going to be the Sunday upload slot, where I just like play a game for an hour and then edit it down to like a 20-minute video with my first impressions of the game. And that can be indie stuff. It probably will be mostly indie stuff. But when a AAA game that I'm not going to do a full Let's Play on is released, I can always do a video like that on it, like a spotlight. And I was thinking about, I've done a couple of different like iterations of this throughout the years. I've done Indie Sunday, which was exactly that, but without the editing. I've done a Spotlight On, which was exactly that, but without the editing. And then I think I've also done like the Hall of Fame or something, where maybe there was only a content and I've never done that, which was again the same series with, it's not really a series, the same content type with a different name once more. So I still don't know how I'm going to call it this time around. I'm probably just going to call it Spotlight. Not even a Spotlight On, just Spotlight. It's just going to be called Spotlight, let's say a indie game, The Binding of Isaac. I wouldn't do that because The Binding of Isaac is such an old game. It's still relevant, don't get me wrong. It's still getting like more DLC. I swear it's going to be the last DLC. We've heard that before. And honestly, maybe that there is a chance, a small chance, but if the DLC releases and I like want to do a video on it, I might just like do a run with the DLC. The thing is, Isaac is such a massive game, and the DLC is probably not going to be massive enough for it to make a difference on only one run. So you need to do like at least like 10 or 20 runs, and I'm not going to do that because that's like a week of like making it. I mean, you could do 20 runs in a couple of days, but then editing that down as well, there's going to be like a lot of work, and I don't want to do that. For a video that probably won't do very well either way, because Northern Lion is going to be like pretty much the only channel people are going to go to for the Isaac DLC content. Which is fine, I mean, I'll do it too. I'll watch the shit out of that, because man, does that dude poop me to sleep like nobody else. In a good way, I'd be very honored if anybody, like, at all, used me as a background noise or like a sleeping aid in the way I use his content, because I'm giving him a lot of like view minutes and watch time and like retention time and that kind of stuff. If I had YouTube Premium, which I still should get, like probably about 50% of that revenue would go to him alone. And then 50% to all the other content creators I watch, including content creators I am not subscribed to, but I just see and recommend it. Let's do this one level, and then we can start the next episode off with a ghost house, which should be interesting. So, but yeah, that's what I'm planning to do after Pokemon Showdown ends, and it should be fairly soon, because as of me recording this episode, I think we have almost a full Hall of Fame team, which means that there's only going to be like 3 or 4 more episodes of Season 1 probably. And maybe it'll come back. It probably will come back, the Showdown Scoreboard, because I'm really enjoying doing it. I'm very like not good at it, don't get me wrong, but I'm really enjoying it nonetheless. Wait, what do I do here? Do I go up to Yellow Pipe? I think I go up to Yellow Pipe. I don't go up to Yellow Pipe. Do I? No, I don't. When the fuck am I supposed to... Oh, and then I'm supposed to be very speedy here. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. So that's a little bit of an announcement in a series that's got nothing to do with the series that I'm talking about, which is always a very good way of doing things. Because I have no idea what the views are going to be for the series even, because this episode is being recorded like a week and a half before the first episode of the series even goes up. So I have no idea. Maybe nobody's even watching this and nobody's even going to get that announcement. Very possible. I don't know. The only thing I'm thinking about is that this episode is going to be a little bit short if I ended here right now. But I'm not going to go into the ghost house right away either, because that's probably going to take quite a while. Is this a level you unlock with star coins? Yes, it is. Which means I'm just going to unlock this level and do that one as well, I guess. And then end of the episode. So that we can... We also have a proper save. We also have save state capability. And we get a flying question mark block. And altogether, we're just very happy with life right now. Which is something I don't usually am. That's very depressing to say. We have it again. We're probably going to lose it again. But we have the blue shell. You know what? You know what? I'm not even going to risk anything. I'm just going to play it very safe. Because I like the blue shell. Is it as useful as it was in the last world with the secret entrance or the secret exit there in the mini castle? No, it's definitely less useful in this world. But I still like it as a power-up. It's not actually very good, I don't think. Even. Which is a little bit sad, but still. I do enjoy playing with it quite a bit. And I lost it! Which means that we're just going to speedrun our way through this level now. Is this the first star coin? It's gotta be the second, right? Yeah, it's the second. I just missed the first one. I was gonna say, I'm like over halfway through the level. I've already had the checkpoint. There's no way that's the first star coin. Then again, we had that other level the other day where all the star coins were in the first half of the level. So there's probably levels out there where all the star coins are in the second half of the level. I must imagine. I'm so lucky that I hit neither of those flying Koopas. What are the fucking odds of that? Man, playing this gives me so many sad feelings that I don't have a Switch and I can't play Mario Maker. Then again, these are way better designed than 99% of Mario Maker levels. Because 99% of Mario Maker levels are people trying to be very, like, difficult. Difficult levels can be fun, but difficult levels aren't fun by default. People need to fucking learn that. Sometimes you need to have, like, just a fun level. And obviously, this game isn't restricted by the same restriction that Mario Maker has. Because if a designer's like, I want a new type of enemy, they can just make a new type of enemy. And you can't do that in Mario Maker. Anyway, until the next time, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed the video. Hopefully you have. I said I was going to stop doing that, so just bye.